those who have already entered the rest. In Genesis chapter 1 and 3, God finished all creation and blessed and rested on the seventh day. Sabbath is not that God take a break from work, but that He created this world and blessed on the 7 days, and that this world will enter in the rest through Jesus Christ in the future. There is a promise that I will give you rest. Those who are in Jesus Christ are those who are at rest. It is a saying that God will give the people rest on the last day of the world when there is no rest. Rest has come to believe through Jesus Christ, just as Genesis chapter 2 says that there will be light. God is sending the true light of Jesus Christ to the saints. We must realize that through the Sabbath spoken over in Genesis, the promise of giving rest to the saints in the future is contained in it. God said to keep the Sabbath in the law when He came out of Egypt and was on the Mount Sinai. The reason God had imprisoned Israel in Egypt was to tell them to cry out to God. God told them to cry out, to let them know that they had left God. By bringing Israel out of Egypt, God makes a promise of rest with Israel through the law. In Deuteronomy, God said, remember that you were a slave in Egypt. It was a suffering in Egypt, but God delivered them and gave them rest. Coming out of Egypt is the beginning of rest, and entering the Red Canyon is the completion of rest. The first reason God commanded them to keep the Sabbath was to remind that they were slaves in Egypt, but are no longer slaves. If they wanted to return to Egypt, they do not believe in God's rest. When God commanded the people to keep the Sabbath, they were freed from their suffering from Egypt, and they would enter into eternal true rest in the future, but they did not keep the law. Therefore, God commanded that those who did not keep the Sabbath should be stoned to death. When they saw that they were stoned to death, people should sing. To keep the Sabbath is to look forward to seeing that the people will receive the eternal rest in Christ. There are two reasons for telling us keep the Sabbath. It is to believe in liberation from Egypt and entering into eternal rest from through Christ in the future. Next time I will explain. This ought you to have done and not to leave the other undone. Thank you.